Hey everyone, so we're on the 6th floor, and this time we have stages 51 through 60, the requirement being you need to run felt camp units on the team, and it varies from stage to stage. Obviously we have the 3 types of stages, that being the 2 boss stages, the 55 stage as well as the 60, and then the 3rd type being all the rest of the stages basically. Most of the time none of these other stages really have any other gimmicks to really worry about, so it's mainly just basic stages, other than the 2 separate boss stages being most of the time separate. I don't think they've ever been like the exact same, like with requirements and everything. So with this, I originally ran the Reinhardt I had gotten up to that point, because at this point obviously I didn't have him gold, so I used whatever Rein was available. Then I used him as a leader, obviously, because of the attack. Then I used, obviously, the best carry in the game, the Valentine's Day Rem, because she can charm, she can AoE charm, and she's just an overall great carry to have on the team. Then I ran Felt because she's a great support, as well as, giving that defense up is just very nice. And then this Ryan being one of the best Ryans because he can also AoE. It does take some time for him to charge up and everything, but I think once you do get him to charge up, he's pretty nice. So I kind of want to run a different team here. I'm going to try and go full Felt Camp. I want to run Ryan, obviously. It's basically going to be the same team, just without the Rem. So I'm going to have to make the team again because I want to use it in other stages. Then we're going to switch out the leader skill here, so Ryan gives everyone a buff. Then we go to Felt. We have the Felt here. Oops, I clicked the wrong unit. So this Felt is the free-to-play one. I think she's probably a little better than the actual one that you pull from banners. I just like her more. I find more use for her than I do this green Felt. I think she's overall aged better. So if you want to farm up this Felt, or you already did, she's definitely worth putting on the team. And I think I want to put a memory on her that gives her HP upon hitting. I don't know if this works on her. It does. Okay, cool. I don't know the requirements on that memory, so it's been a while. I think this one might work on this Felt. The magic memory. No, she's physical. Of course she is. Of course she is. In that case, I'll probably just give her whatever, to be honest. I think I can just give her an attack memory, possibly. Not sure what else to put on her. I just give her an echidna memory. Obviously I can give her better options, but it is what it is. For Ryan, I think he's so strong that we'll might as well put cooldown on him rather than the attack memory, because I think cooldown would be more useful just in case we get into a pickle 2 where we need that extra super. We can charge up AoE Ryan's super a lot easier. Or skill 2. Looks like this is a boss fight. I'll continue autoing. We'll see how that goes. But I might switch it up here and there. I think we're getting to that point here in the game, so we'll have to watch out. I think Lilac is obviously the main. Actually, let me manual this, because I think if we kill Lilac, then the run just ends. Also, I think I gave Ryan the wrong memory. I think I gave him the tank memory rather than the actual support memory, so that's my bad. AoE Ryan's dead. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Yeah, okay, I definitely gave him the wrong memories. You probably want to give him attack, or again the cooldown memory. Pretty sure I was pretty sure I put him on the right one. Oh well, could be wrong, because I don't think he gives stance in the cooldown one. That, or I just never paid attention to it. It's been a minute. She can also get defense down, but it looks like it doesn't really help all that much, especially with all the other buffs that the enemies are putting on her. Pretty annoying. At least none of them are healers. Not that I noticed. Ryan should be able to kill. Okay, it's not over. So we actually have to kill everyone. So it's good. Good testing that I just didn't let it AoE. So if we do actually have a chance to AoE with Ryan, and he doesn't get sniped like he did in the very first, or the very beginning, then yeah, he would have been very useful here. I think this would be a slow burn. Gonna take our time here. Alright, I think at this point it's safe to let it auto. The witch guy definitely hits a lot harder than pretty much everyone here. So if you have trouble, I'd probably recommend taking out him instead of Lilac first. Other than that, the rest of the units seem like they could be annoying, but you can definitely out DPS them if you have built up units. But yeah, for the most part, it's nothing crazy, especially maybe if you have the attack memory. Definitely having the cooldowns on Ryan gives them much better chance as well. And at the end of the day, it is only the beginning, so we have much more to go over. I bet if Leah freezes a lot, that could be really annoying for future stages, so just be aware of that as well. Alright, first mission done. Let me check this Ryan memory. Oh yeah, definitely is the wrong one. Oops. I must have misclicked or just not paying attention. Yeah, it's this one right here. Alright, we should have a better team here going forward. I do believe that all my units are built here somewhat, except for the green felt. I think the green felt is just built in like, it's either debuff chance or speed, something like really stupid, because I needed her for like something specific, and I just built her for that. So I didn't like think to build her like smart. I just built her for what I needed at the time. So I think that's what's on felt. And then the red felt actually has like full defense, because obviously when I first got into the game, I thought like, you know, I read her skills. She was one of the first units I ever got in the game, starting off. Like, when her event was dropping is when I joined the game, so I farmed her up as quick as I could. I was like, she's gonna be my ticket to having like a solid account, or starting off my account. And I looked at her skills. She was mainly like defense based, so I just went ahead and put a bunch of defense on her, thinking I was like, she's gonna be my ultimate tank. And no. Little did I know, she was pretty outdated very fast. And it is what it is. So flying through this, these blue guys right here are probably gonna revive that witch guy if I don't kill them in time. So just be aware that they did that in the previous stage. And then obviously Ryan to hit them with an AoE, although he's not very strong. It's nice to have, I think, if you build him a little harder maybe. But at the point that I have him, he's not very useful. It's mainly gonna be a Ryan carry, as well as possibly doing a lot more manual play in the other towers. It's already a 7-minute video, I'm saying, and we're only on the second stage, so that's pretty intense. These videos can potentially get very long, so I might have to think of a way to make these videos in the future. Like if we get another exact same tower format, I might just cut out all the extra stages like these and possibly just do like a montage of probably all the clear runs, speed them up, or I'll just cut them out entirely and only show the boss stages. That could be a thing as well. I'll have to decide, but for now I kind of want to continue on with the series as this like one full playthrough, and then I'll kind of think about it as we go. But I think going forward, I definitely want to manual play just to make things a little faster. Yeah, so you don't have a good memory on you as well, so we want to put probably the night memory to get most effectiveness out of him, and then possibly switching up felts as well, because they're just dying at this point, and that's not something we really want. Defense down, hopefully. Yeah, there we go. She gets a lot of hits to proc it, so that's pretty good. That's one good thing about that felt. Do that. We can both. We want to kill at the same time so they don't get reses off. I don't know how quick their res cooldown is, so we just want to be safe about it. Honestly, I might prefer the attack memory on Ryan. Since he's our hard carry, I think him just killing really just outweighs, because like who is he really supporting? Like New Year's Ryan really isn't going to one-shot anyone, if I'm being honest. So I think him just being the DPS, being the immovable force that we need him to be, is probably just a smarter play overall. So either way, I think I would recommend probably building Ryan's attack memory first, because I know the support memory is very good for like other events and stuff like that, but just having the attack one is very useful for in cases like this where you're just straight plowing through enemies with him. There's definitely times where like, obviously you can make the team a lot better, but I think just starting out and getting him off, you know, from the tower itself, it's just really nice to have the attack one. Even with that defense down, it barely did anything. Alright, getting close to the end here. I believe this is the last wave. We'll kill this guy and then we'll kill the other one before hopefully he reses. And then this other guy hits like a, I think he can remove buffs. I think that's what he does. I don't know what his gimmick is, but he does not hit all that hard. Honestly, you can probably cheese with the damage over time memory on Ryan. I think that's probably what we're going to be doing for going forward. I think that just makes the most sense. So yeah, let's do that. Let's switch out his attack memory. We'll lose some attack, but we'll gain the chance to proc 2 damage over times with every hit. So that's pretty dope. Meaning they'll take 10% damage, 10% of their maximum, I think it's maximum HP, as damage every round. So that's pretty nice. Then we'll put the attack memory on Ryan, and we'll go forward with this team. Try and test it out. See what works. Next stage is going to be the mission stage, so that's going to be exciting. I always forget that they have stance. Attack down, that's okay. Would have preferred defense down. He's dead. Go for this guy next, because he might res. He's getting his taunt. That's pretty annoying, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. We want to kill him either way. Damage over time is applied. Interesting. He counters, it looks like, or it was just his turn. Just basic attacks. Nothing too crazy. Kill this guy. Usually they're a little scary. I think as time goes on, they become a little less scary. But early on, the witch guys are probably like the enemy to beat. Some defense up. I always forget it's on a full-on boost. We'll kill one. Get another turn because of the kill. Almost kill the other, somewhat. What wave is this? I thought this was OPTC for a second. I was checking to see if I can see the number of waves. It's fine not saving the AoE, I really don't mind. Distraction, that could be pretty annoying on New Year's Shrine. Although I don't think his passive really matters too much. Hopefully they don't continue attacking my New Year or my Labyrinth. He's a little too low for my liking. See if we can get defense down. Yes, we do. Big, big, big. Yeah, that guy just hits hard. So that could be a little RNG at times. We're definitely going to be facing a lot of RNG. So if you don't know Lab, if you haven't seen any piece of Lab content, and like mine is the first you've ever seen of it before you even attempt it yourself, I just know that everything towards the end of the game is just a ton of RNG. So I might actually have to do some editing. Just trying to think of how I want to do it. So for the 55 stage, we can only use Lab Rhine. I don't think we can use any other Rhines. It's just purely Lab Rhine. This stage was relatively easy when I took it on. I think it's like exact same copy as the previous time we had a single. Did we fight Fred yet? Or is this the first Fred fight? I can't remember. I know there was a Mimi fight. I can't remember if there's a Fred fight. I just remember it being very easy. I know mine's built up and all, but you really don't need a built Rhine for this. The only mission here being 3 minutes or less. Let's see if we can do it in like one attack. I don't know if we can do it in one attack if my thing isn't charged. Yeah, it's not charged. Okay, oh well, we did either way. Yeah, that's how it goes. I'm pretty sure I one-shot her too, like the first time I faced her. I can't remember. But yeah, this Ryan's great. So we're gonna run the same team, keep going, truck on, and then the next mission will be in the last stage. We'll talk about it then. One bot, one enemy, that makes my life very easy. Oh, one again. I wish I'd do these more often. It's a lot faster. Don't really care for saving that. Just tap again. Now I believe we have the AoE up. I don't think it matters though because of the stance. So this how two stances work in a single stage. If you attack one stance guy, the other one's gonna come in to save him, and if you attack the other, then the other one's gonna come to save him. So it's really just pick and choose. It really doesn't matter. Then Ryan, obviously ignoring defenses. All Ryans do is very nice. So when you get their actual abilities, you know, you really hit that big damage. Unfortunately, they killed my green felt. I would have preferred probably just like New Year's Ryan or New Year's Felt to die, because the green felt just makes things faster with her defense down. It's just quality of life. It's not that big of a deal. That stage is taken down. Go to 57. Same team. I wouldn't really recommend switching up teams all too often. Like, you can, obviously, if you're having trouble, you know, by all means, but it's not really too big of a deal. And also, you kind of hurt yourself on resources. Like, you know, if you have to switch teams with specific units that you don't have built up, but you think are really going to help you with the quest, like, maybe try just building your team a little more, because at the end of the day, like, if you don't have that unit built up and, you know, the unit's only going to be helpful for that one stage, then you're just wasting a lot of resources, because you're going to need a lot of characters for this entire labyrinth. You're going to need a lot of resources. You're going to need a lot of time. So try to make a team that can really last long throughout the labyrinth and potentially clear the entire floor, because it does waste a lot of your resources. It's really tough in your box, especially just going for characters for missions, like through summoning. Definitely don't focus on that. These characters are going to be around for a very long time. I can't say too long, because I don't know how long this game is going to last. I'm not very hopeful, but just like in general, you know, obviously they're going to be in the general pool. They have free tickets based around them. 3-star ticket once every month, so that's nice as well. Like, you will get these characters eventually. It's just a matter of time. And I hope that they don't like remove Labyrinth for a new character. Like, when I would assume like a new character is going to come with a new Labyrinth, and if they do that, I hope they don't remove a way to get this Rhine. So that would be pretty stupid. I bet what's taking them so long is either they're not fully sure whether to put in the time in developing it, just because of how the app is like going, or like they're trying to schedule it to where it doesn't conflict with the existing lab, and they're trying to see ways to implement it without like ruining this one. So we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, my pick would be, you know, there's like as soon as you click the labyrinth tab, there's just like multiple labyrinths that you can scroll through and just pick which one you want to take on, and you can't leave it until you beat the entire labyrinth. I think that'd be pretty balanced in a way where it's not too OP and you're just, you know, collecting characters left and right. Unless they want that, then you can just obviously leave whenever you want from the labyrinth. I don't know. They can do a lot of different things with it, and I bet that's what's taking a long time as well. It's just trying to sort it nice and neat into the game. That could be an issue as well. So we're just going this pretty hard. I'd say the beginning of this labyrinth was a lot harder. I think they kind of lazed out midway through making this one. They're like, okay, well, we gave them a scare at the beginning, but let's let them just breeze through this last. Maybe it's because I'm autoing, or I was autoing, and I have somewhat of a better team now. So we just did 58. We are on 59. The next one is going to be the boss stage. Again, most of these bosses are just reused subjugation bosses, so it is what it is. If you remember the gimmicks, I don't know if they actually stay the same. I think they're just like super buffed versions of like their same exact gimmicks. So if you remember fighting them as subjugation event bosses, then you can probably build a team around it, but to a certain extent, because obviously you're limited in what teams you can build and stuff like that. Same one boss strategy here, or one enemy strategy. Just this guy's very tanky, so it's gonna take some time. Plus no crits. Oh, there's a crit. And then Ryan obviously adding those damage over time, so that's very nice. Then Ryan can go invincible. I think that's part of his passive, so that's pretty nice. That comes in clutch like sometimes. I don't think it's too often. Alright, moving to the next one. 2 enemies, we'll just take out the stance guy. Stance people could be pretty annoying. I really want this defense down to proc. Damage over time, that's nice. Thrilling gameplay here. Thrilling gameplay. I'm absolutely in shock how fun this is. Usually what Labyrinth consists of RNG, big numbers equal scary things. Alright, so that's one of the stance guys out. Then the other was almost out. Ryan just being an absolute beast here. I don't think I should have used defense down on the stance guy because he's about to die, but it is what it is. Again, you could probably just optimize this run way more if you're really having trouble. Obviously, like with stuff like that where I just pocket defense down whenever I don't really care about it. Stuff like that. And obviously fleshing out your units. And now we're on the boss stage. So, alright. Let's see the missions we have here. 4 Felt Camp. So as up until this moment, you were able to use one other unit that wasn't Felt Camp. I just decided to use full Felt Camp because, you know, I can flex like that. But yeah, normally you'd be using 3 Felt Camp then as a requirement, and then the one other unit could be whatever unit to carry you through this. But for this stage, if you want to complete the mission, you actually have to do a full 4-man Felt Camp. So that could be a little harder for other people because I know Felt Camp is one of the least, I think it is the least fleshed out camp out of all the camps so far. I'm trying to think. Cruise Camp for sure beats it. Anastasia Camp for sure beats it. Amelia Camp for sure beats it. It's more between this camp and Priscilla's. Priscilla might... Actually, new Priscilla's just came out, so I don't know. I think Felt might actually beat Priscilla Camp, now that I think about it. But they're pretty close, so this is going to be one of the harder boss fights just because of the restrictions, or one of the missions. Because again, you can just use whatever you want for that 3rd unit, or for the 4th unit. But if you want the mission done 4, you must use all 4. Then we have Felt. So I think the mission here is use this green Felt. So she's a little... Like I said, I prefer the red one, so using the green ones are going to be a little more of a challenge, but again, I've already beaten the entire labyrinth, so I have this Ryan to carry me through it. You can do these missions separate. You don't have to run 4 Felt Camp units at a time, and you also don't have to run, you know, Felt with that specific mission. You can run the carry with Felt, then switch over to the 4 Felt Camp units. Then I wouldn't know who to replace Felt with. Probably the other Ryan. This Ryan right here, the bottom, he might be good replacement, just like a full Ryan team, possibly with Felt as this support unit. But yeah, at the end of the day, you don't have to complete them all together, but we are going to do that just for the flex. So it's been a while since I fought this boss, so we'll see how this goes. I might get wrecked here like I did in the previous one. It's too cocky. I'll go in and attack the main boss because I don't think I have to attack these side mobs here. Obviously, this side mob is just going to wreck my shit. That's normal. That is to be expected. If your units are max leveled with at least the top 10 hammers filled out, they're probably getting one-shotted. I think if I can just get one ability up, then it's probably GG. Especially from a Labyrinth. So they're gonna... Okay, so Recovery Seal is really nice to have. They can AoE. They can attack buff, defense buff. Defense buff doesn't matter because Ryan can ignore it. So just remember that. One more turn and we'll have our ability up. If I do end up having trouble... Oh, that sucks. They stun me. That's really unlucky. That is probably like the worst luck we could have gotten. Again, a lot of RNG is going to be placed on these later stages, so just be aware that if stuff like this happens where they just kill, then you're just gonna back out. It's not that big of a deal. Also, you don't waste stamina, so that's pretty neat. I'll probably go ahead and put cooldown on this Rhine, just because I think we're gonna need that extra turn just to be up quicker. So we'll test that out. We'll see how this goes. I really don't think I'll need the extra attack, because again, Ryan just ignoring defense as he does. Oh yeah, now we actually get a turn with our green felt. Usually, you know, maybe we want that defense down to proc, but it is what it is. We actually get some turns in with our characters, so that's pretty nice. Support memory really does make a difference. Nice. So you really want, that's probably like best case scenario for your felt to be at 1 HP like that, because then she just tanks a turn from another enemy. So that's very good. Then we just need a couple more turns here for our attack. Yeah, stunning is a big problem, so that's pretty unlucky, but we still get through it. Oh, no crit. That's unfortunate. Crits actually do a big part of, or a big chunk of damage. That's unlucky. He's actually a lot beefier. Even if we didn't crit, I don't think we would have killed. Definitely overestimating my Rhine here, but still, it is what it is. I don't think there's any penalty for attacking the side mobs, but I also don't think it matters, because I'm pretty sure this boss revives them. I've fought in this boss like a good amount of times to know that he revives the enemies, I think. And they're gonna heal, but we have that chance of recovery ceiling with this attack. Unfortunate, no proc. It is what it is. We slow them down a bit. That's pretty nice. It's not gonna be, you know, game changing, but it's nice to have. You know, get these off where they can. We get taunted, so that's no big deal. Hopefully we can crit here. No crits, unfortunate, but we do clear off his buffs. We get another swing here. And yeah. Looks like we still have to fight. Oh no, they just countered. I guess they just showed the counter animations. So you don't have to fight the mini mobs, you just take out the big one. And that's gonna do for floor 6. So floor 7 is coming up. This is almost a 30-minute video. It's kind of insane how long these are gonna take. So again, I'm not too sure what I'm gonna do for these later rounds, but hopefully I'm able to sort my shit through the next labyrinth. And yeah, that's gonna do it for the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.